Hi, everybody, and welcome. It's Dr. Greg here for Learning Block 2 of Lesson 12. That means it's the last one. This is our last learning block. There'll be a little bit more of me for a formal outro and conclusion, but basically this is coming up on one of the last things that I'm doing, and it is the last time you'll have a check for understanding afterwards. So let me just go through and wrap up the course here by talking a little bit about what the course is designed to do and how it's designed to work. Head Start Data Essentials is a course that focuses on applying data ideas in practice. Head Start Data Basics gave you an idea of where Head Start comes from and the origins of data in the world of Head Start. In this course, we expanded on ideas like data literacy and data capacity and data quality. And then we spent a lot of time on examples of what that looks like in practice. What does it mean to actually engage in an effort around data quality? We gave lots of those examples. So the goal here was to let you see this bigger world, to firm up the data literacy skills in a lot of ways, while also showing you what it looks like in the real world. So at the end here of Head Start Data Essentials, you've got a shared foundation of data literacy that you can go and build on in your programs. You've got a vocabulary, so you've got some terms and some ways of talking about these ideas. You've got some key concepts that you can bring to the table when you're actually using data in your specific job role. And we've got links to practice through examples. It's not just there's this idea called data quality. It's the adventure of Grand Head Start trying to get better information on how their families were doing through a collaborative process, building tools to support what everybody's doing. So the data literacy skills here are foundational. There's a good solid core, and we hope that you'll be able to build on those. The data capacity building aspect of this course is one of the ones we really like because it's a mutually beneficial thing for everybody involved in it. Data capacity building is the organization's ability to use data effectively for its ends, and individual data literacy is a foundation for that organizational data capacity, where the organization is using data effectively. It's a lot easier to do that when everybody in the organization understands the use of data in their specific roles. It's not enough for an executive director to be really big on data. Line staff have to know what's happening. How is this working? Why am I being engaged with this? What contributions can I make to this? All these kinds of things are what we were hoping to impart in Data Basics and Data Essentials together. We have lots of examples to show the practice side of the concepts that we did. There's a reason you have a bunch of lessons in the middle that are oriented towards real people from real programs talking about real things that they did. I can talk about concepts till the cows come home, but hearing the stories, that storytelling discussion I had before, the stories of real people doing it, it's huge. And I hope that it communicated what this looks like from a range of different roles. You had a lot of people in there who were content leads and supervisors and all the way up to the executive director level. But in their stories, you heard about a lot of line staff who were engaged in the process, who came in and were part of the team working on the project, and who engaged in the pilot studies to make sure these things worked. Lots of work in the field around those kinds of experiences. Don't think about the end of this course as the end of your world of data. Think of it as the end of the beginning. You are embarking on an adventure. Hopefully, you'll see data in your role. How does data interact with what you do? How is data part of every day that you work in Head Start? And thinking about that data in new ways. How can I communicate with this data important things to the children and families that I work with? How can I and my colleagues use data collectively? How do the people above me in the organization at higher levels, how are they using the data that I gather? And also think about what it means for you to be able to use data. And what would it be like if you could get at data that you don't have? All kinds of questions get built up because we really are here at the end of the beginning. It's the start of a journey in the world of data, and it's seeing things in new ways and opening new doors. In an ideal world, you will be in this course because your organization has made a commitment to transform its capacity, to transform its culture. And you can play a powerful role in that transformation. And when people come to talk to you, like, we're really looking for people to join us in this team to build around these other things, you can be part of that, a critical part. And hopefully, ideally, if we get all this right, we can be a bridge to families and communities. Data is being used everywhere all the time, for the poor and the marginalized, everybody out there, all the time. But we don't really tell them why. We don't help them understand it. Understanding how that data is being collected, what it is, how it's being used, can promote engagement among families. And what we really want to get out of this is that basic thing that Head Start's here for: break the poverty cycle, get families out of poverty. Well, understanding how data is used, particularly data around their children, being able to engage not just in Head Start, but in K-12 all the way, hopefully, if they're fortunate, through education after high school. What role does data play, and how can we help them to be there so that they can be the educational advocates we want them to be? So I'm going to stop right here. I get really passionate about that last part. One of the reasons that we do this kind of class, one of the reasons we focus it the way that we did, is we genuinely want Head Start's mission to be a success. Head Start is really changing how it uses data in service of what is the ultimate goal of breaking the cycle of poverty. And as a kid who grew up poor and is now not poor, I didn't have Head Start in my area. I wasn't eligible for it, but I was able to do it. I was lucky. I was fortunate. I had a lot of good things that went my way and that helped. Everything that we can do to give hope to all of the kids who are poor and marginalized and living in poverty today, we want to do that to the greatest possible extent. And Head Start is one of the best tools that exists to do that. We're going to get better at using data. It's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging. You heard a lot of stories about how there's a lot of mud and muck to wade through, but in the end, things got better. At the end of this course, I can say, if we all work together and we all do the best that we can, give it our best efforts, things will get better around our use of data, and we'll continue the ongoing mission of Head Start to make the lives of children and families better.